Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Killteam Rambles. Today I'm going to do an after action report on a battle I just had with my friend against his Blooded with my Phobos strike team. We didn't film it because we didn't really have the time. We already kind of went overtime a little bit where we played for I want to say from probably 5:30 to 8:30. It was just one game, and it was because, he hadn't played the Blooded in a while, so we needed to get back into it and all that stuff. But it was a really good game, really close game. And I just wanted to talk about some of the things I did in there, and some of the things with the Phobos that I do think actually super work. One of them being that the Incursor Mine Layer, the fact that he is an Incursor, that he gets all those weapon rules. You could put special ammunition on him. It just gives him P1. The mine itself, all that stuff stacking together, I think is actually super powerful. So that really did work. Obviously the Vox Breaker. I just think he's like an essential part of the team right now. Putting him in the front line, denying him rerolls for defense dice and attack rolls, just actually kind of insane, a little bit insane. So much so it's almost overpowered. It is within the 6-inch bubble. The Vox Breaker has to be in danger. All that stuff, absolutely. But I still think it's really good. Not only that, deploys for the Phobos are just have a standard good, a goodness rating. Just standard, they are good. Everything that was part of the team came in handy. I don't know how much of it is that he was rusty on the team and how much of it the Phobos is good. Actually, I don't think he actually played badly at all. He played really well. The game was really close. By the end of the fourth turning point, I had 16 points. He had 14 points. So we were scoring points. He was doing everything he was supposed to be doing. It's just that I got to eke out the victory a little bit. So it was just a really good game, actually. It was just a really good game. It was very intense. We were going back and forth. There was one moment where I thought it was going to be over, where I had my Reaver Sergeant in a good position. I saw a double charge, right? And I was like, ooh, let me just get in there and get this real quick. Did the double charge, right? I hit the guy. Stealth assaults, I've got lethal assaults going, everything going in my favor. I get a crit, I get a hit. This guy's dead, right? And then he goes, actually, two things. I stimmed this guy, so he's got a lethal 5-up or whatever, right? Or a feel no pain 5-up, which means he can roll the dice for every wound, and on a 5-up, he doesn't take the wound. And not only that, but there's a ploy with the Blooded, the get down, Mr. President, where somebody within 3 inches, even on a fight, I read the rule, even on a fight action, within 3 inches, they can move that damage to somebody else. Even if on a fight action, that other model is not within control range. That other model was 3 inches away, which he did. There was a multi-gunner that was 3 inches away, and he gave that damage to him instead of his leader, which would have been the other guy I was going to fight. I was like, no way. It was actually such a good, smart move on his play, because I think other people, or not other people, like, he's some genius, right? But, some people would have probably given it to the leader, right? Because it's the other model right there. They just wouldn't think about it. But he did a good job of giving it to the multi-gunner, because he knew his medic was right there. So he gave it to the Melted Gunner, gave him 4, which allowed him to do a little bit of damage to me, to bring me down, I think, to 2 health with my Sergeant, even with Stealth Assaults, because I needed to take, what, 4 hits? I needed 4 hits to kill this guy with 9 health that should have died immediately because of the ploys I didn't know. It was insane. And then I didn't even double fight, because I was like, if I kill this other guy, I'm actually just completely exposed here now. No, wait, number 1, I couldn't kill him. I had 2 health. I can't kill him in 1. I can't do Stealth Assaults again. So the best play for me at that point was to just keep him there and then waste his leader's activation. That was just the best play at the point. But I was like, damn, that went from a really good move to not so detrimental that I didn't lose the game. But I was like, oh no, dude, that is such a good ploy by him that I couldn't believe it even happened. Ugh. So, and I just want to say, one side of the map, I should have taken a picture of the map at least. I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't do that. One side of the map was a bunch of heavy cover. The other side was a bunch of light cover, right? So we wanted to make it so that it's like, oh, well, one side of mine has a lot of heavy cover and obscuring shots, and the other is light terrain and all that shit, right? It was a fun map. We didn't have any vantage point on it. In fact, going forward on open boards, I think unless we put vantage point in the middle of the map where both sides have to really fight in order to access it, or we're playing Vulcus terrain where everybody just has easy access, we're probably not going to use vantage in future. On official maps, we were discussing it afterwards, why that game felt so good. It's because vantage wasn't a part of it, right? And the thing is that vantage really does give an advantage, right, to certain teams more than others. If I had vantage with my marksman, and I put him up there, and then I put a Reaver up there to screen any attacks against him, deadly. Disgustingly deadly. Even without vantage, right, with the Voxbreaker being where he was, I think I got, 2 kills? 2, 3 kills maybe, I think, with the Incursor Marksman. And, the way the map was set up, the Cursor Marksman from spawn only had access, visible access to a quarter of the map, right? Because I have become more aware of how that should work, right? So even with that being, with his sight line being super reduced, he was still a super deadly threat, and anything that came into that bubble, right? And because of that, he knew about, the Voxbreaker, 8-inch Auspex scan and Seek Light. He knew about all that. So he was actually scared, especially with his models, to go anywhere near that, right? So he was focusing on the center of the map and on the other flank. But even with that, I still think I killed 3 models with the Incursor Marksman. I didn't even have to, or I did move him at one point, but I didn't really have to. And yeah, it's just really super good. This just convinced me more than anything that I think the all Incursor run, I don't think would be a bad matchup. You put combat blades on everything. They're decent melee operatives. They ignore obscuring. You get your Voxbreaker in there, right? I think you could probably go Voxbreaker, all Incursors, and be fine. If you want to spice it up or make it even better, Voxbreaker, Commsman, everybody else an Incursor. You're doing good. The only one I would change out would probably be the Incursor Sergeant for a Reaver, which would make it 3 Incursors, 2 Infiltrators, and 1 Reaver. I don't think that's a bad play at all. Now, getting more into the team, seeing all that stuff, cutting off access with the mine. Yeah. If I wish there was a way for you guys to show me pictures so that I could see more custom map examples. Like, I like the map that we did. I just think, and today we're gonna do another one. As of recording of this video should come out Sunday, and that's the day we're also gonna do another game. That one will be recorded. It's gonna be the Aquilons versus the Blooded. So, that's pretty good. Yeah, what else can I say about the game? Implant beacons, really good. Or not implant beacons, plant beacons was really good. Being able to get those two. I think there was only one match, or one round that I only got one. But the other two I got both of them. Really good. So good, especially with the Phobos movement, 7-inch movement. Another really good part of the team. It was just such a good game. It's one of those games that makes you like, oh, that's why I'm spending hundreds of dollars on this. That's why I spend hundreds of dollars on all these teams. Because I want to do that over and over again. Which I do. But you know what? Beyond that, I think today's game is going to be good. It's going to be closer, for sure. I think I'm going to get washed, actually, with the Aquilons. This is going to be the first actual... No, that's not true. We did have an actual game. It's just that I washed him with the Aquilons. Because as everybody says, when you're first playing against them and you don't really understand their ability, you get destroyed because you're playing Killteam normally. You're moving up, right? And that's just to my advantage. And then the second game we played with him, I did a little worse. He held a little bit back, turning point 1, and then turning point 2, he was still a little aggressive, and I was able to take advantage, but I did not feel as certain during that second game. This third game against the Blooded, I don't feel certain at all. I feel like I'm going to be washed. I'm going to try something different with the Aquilons, see if I can do some different stuff, mainly like keeping certain operatives that you wouldn't expect to keep down, but I don't know. Other than that, though, there is one big thing. I am going to my first tournament in a month, May 17th, at the Alamo KT, I think. It's in San Antonio. And I'm super excited about that. First official event. Hopefully I'm going to go into another one this year. I am, unfortunately, going to be going with the Phobos strike team. I really did want to go to Kazakhstan. I was thinking about doing that. However, being as it's my first tournament, I don't want my first experience to be like demoralizing losses just due to a team that, quite frankly, is bad right now. It's not even that they're bad. Like, last edition, Kazakhstan were bad, right? Like, bad in the sense that a lot of people didn't like them, how they worked, how they played, all that stuff. I did. And I'm okay with bad. I'm okay with bad. I'm great with bad. I love bad. I love being the underdog. I love coming up with strategies that you wouldn't expect. With the old edition, for Kadia, going in against a gunner that has a 2-3 damage on 3 attacks, going in there with a 4-3-4 damage, and then moving around with your elite force. It's like, there were so many cool things you could do with the Kazakhstan. It felt like a really fun team, despite the fact that they weren't too strong. Right? I still think they had like a 30 to 40% win rate during that edition. But now, though, they're just not fun. Like, I tried playing a solo game, and I'm going to play them in the future, again, just to see, but, like, it's just not fun. It's not fun that every single one of your ploys, and even your faction ability, it all has caveats. It all has, well, you can't do this, and you can't do that, you can't do it here, you can't do that. The sun isn't in the sky at the right time, therefore you don't get severe. Sorry. Like, it's just dumb. It feels bad, so I don't want to play them because I love the faction. I don't want to. Yeah, I just don't want to ruin what should be a good time with just getting pounded by everybody else because everybody else doesn't have that. Even the Phobos strike team, like, they don't have caveats. Not really, right? Like, oh, deadly shots, you get bounced, just don't move. But if you do move, just make sure your opponent's not in cover. So are they not in cover and did you not move? Yeah? Okay, then you get balanced again. Like, whatever. That's like the 16th ramble I've gone on about Kazakhstan in my own mind. But, yeah, I'm going to be excited about that. Hopefully, I'll win a few games. That would be cool. I'm not expecting much. It will be the first competitive thing I do. So, I'm not sure what to expect, but I am excited for it. Oh, and just a quick channel update. What I'm going to be doing for the next week is you guys are just going to get a bunch of shorts showing off all of the Aquilons. And during that time, I'm going to be filming, recording, editing, doing all that. And then next week, that's when you guys are going to get all the strategies for the strategies, guide, tips, tricks, everything for the Aquilons. Once I do that, then you guys will get all that. Yeah, I want to be a little bit more structured. I really like doing the codex. I really like doing that big video. It was very fun. So I think I want to do that. What I think I'm going to do is that, because not every Aquilon is like a unique flower, like everything in the Phobos. So I'm going to do what I did with the Kazakhstan, where I do double videos. For some of them, like the Sergeant, I'm probably going to do his own video, because he has a lot of interesting things. But the others, I think I'm going to double them up, where it's like, hey, these are, right, because the gunners, they just have guns. There's no real strategies to them. It's just, they have guns, so I can probably pair them up with a gunfighter. Whatever. There's going to be a few fewer videos. However, hopefully they're better, right? Than the Phobos strike team. Hopefully I just keep getting better and better in doing them. As well as like getting more information out about the team with shorts, which is something I want to do as well. Like, yeah. Okay. That's it for this ramble. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I will be filming today. So that's another, that is one video you should expect this week, I think, because I'm just going to be doing, once the shorts are done, I should be done in like a day. And they're all scheduled to be released. Then I'm going to do the battle report. It should come out this week. And then next week, that's when the guide begins. Anyways, that should be it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that crap.